OpenClaw is supposed to be something that automates your business, makes it simpler, quicker, smarter, and just does work for you, like posts on blog posts, and just does your work, researches and then posts, figures out what you need to do in your business, all of this different stuff that's very, very useful. It's better than Gemini and OpenAI because it actually does things. It doesn't just answer you and make you do the work. It gives you a blog post, but also posts it for you. That's what's amazing. The problem with this crazy OpenClaw thing is that you won't even know if it's freaking running, to be honest with you, because OpenClaw will run every time you start your computer, or if you're running it on Android, it's just always running, whether you run it or not. So basically, using a tool like this will show you if it's running or not. So you're not ever surprised that it all of a sudden does something or uses all your API credits without you even being aware of that. So this tool will let you start OpenClaw, but also it lets you stop OpenClaw. And I think that's very critical, because for people that are non-technical, knowing how to stop background services is not so simple. So if you want to have control and know when it's running and know when it's not running, Claw Launcher is a must-have for you. But if it was just that, that would be fine. It's not just that. You can update and roll back versions, because OpenClaw keeps updating and some versions are literally broken and then you all of a sudden can't carry on working. How dumb is that? You're trying to automate and your OpenClaw breaks. What's the point of using it if it's just causing you more problems? That's why when we created this tool, we made sure that you would be able to go back and roll back to previous versions of OpenClaw so that you won't get stuck ever. Lastly, or actually second last, is the skill store. Now I know OpenClaw has access to this now in the latest version. The problem with OpenClaw itself having access to the skill store is that you can't actually see what it's installing. But when you have the skill store visible, let me show you it right now, when you can actually see what it's doing. Oh, I lost it, where is it? So then you can literally choose what you're installing by searching and adding a skill, and you can install or uninstall a skill just like that. That will give you control. Also, in the My Skills section, you can actually delete skills in one click in a very organized way. So even for programmers who know how to do this kind of thing by digging into the files, which by the way isn't so automated, this will help you do it in one easy click and very visible way of working. Additionally, for those of you trying to install OpenClaw or run OpenClaw or do all of these things, you are alone with OpenClaw. Even though you can ask it to help you, when it breaks, there's no one that's going to help you. But with this tool, you have an AI assistant outside of OpenClaw that can help you get back and running. And usually you won't even need this because everything is very user-friendly. Additionally, look at this craziness, 90 freaking sessions. And some of the sessions get so big that you literally are using so many tokens on AI. And that's why you need to remove sessions probably once every couple of days. Now, one annoying thing about OpenClaw is that you literally can't delete the main session. If you try, it says, sorry, this is the main session, you can't delete it. That's why we add this button here. You can delete your main session, and that does not mean that you've deleted your memory. It will still have memory, everything it's noted down, all the skills, everything will be there. Just the conversation sessions will go. Now, if you get stuck anytime, you just click Start Fresh, and it will start a new config file. So whenever your OpenClaw breaks, just click Start Fresh, and you're good to go. Now, there's something over here that we did not list, and I really want to show you that. It's the system restore points. Let me show you it in the Android version of OpenClaw, which I absolutely love. It's actually the only one I use at the moment because it's so handy. Like I'm sitting on the freaking bathroom creating automations for my business. Think about how crazy that is. So in the toolkit section, I can do create backup and restore points. So when everything is working, everything is freaking working, you create a backup point for your entire workspace. That way, if anything breaks after everything is working, you can always just go back. Now, any automation programmer knows that if you're using an automation tool like OpenClaw, or if you're building code, you always have to be able to go back to the previous change if something breaks. That's just normal with automations. You don't want to be stuck with a broken OpenClaw. And so with this create restore point tool, you can literally safely back up your entire OpenClaw configuration so you can revert back if something freaking breaks. This is so basic. Why doesn't this come included with OpenClaw? Well, who cares? That we don't have to ask stupid questions. We just build solutions, and that way you can say, before making a big automation and then this is all working now. And then you create a backup, and then it will just do it all for you in the background. And then after 1 minute, you have a restore point that you can always go back to. Even Windows has this. Windows has freaking back system restore points. So here we are. Now we have 2 restore points, and we can roll back to each one whenever we need. And more functionality for the Android version is the snapshot global config. What it is, it basically hot swaps AI models. Like, let's say you're about to change the AI model in the config and you want to use a different version like DeepSeek or Gemini, and you want to switch them about really quickly. This lets you switch out the config. Also, the good thing about this is you can create any number of these, and you can kind of have setups, different config setups. So let's say you're really using coding, you switch to Claude. Let's say you're really using just chatting away or having a laugh, you can just use DeepSeek, for example. That's very useful. So that kind of summarizes unbelievable tool. It's called Claw Launcher. It works on Mac, PC, Linux, and VPS, and now Android, probably coming to your Apple phone soon, but for now it works on Android. So you don't have to buy a Mac Mini anymore. You can just use this on your phone and start working. Let me just show you the Android version, since that's the one that I'm using right now. You literally click start, and then it starts it up, and you can straight away start using OpenClaw. Thanks for watching this video. See you in the next one.